Albert Einstein's famous 90 quotes about life. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Only two things are infinite: the universe and human stupidity, and I'm not sure about the former. Intellectual growth should commence at birth and cease only at death. Common sense is the collection of prejudices acquired by age 18. I live in that solitude which is painful in youth, but delicious in the years of maturity. Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. There are two ways to live. You can live as if nothing is a miracle. You can live as if everything is a miracle. Try not to become a man of success, but rather try to become a man of value. All that is valuable in human society depends upon the opportunity for development accorded the individual. I never think of the future, it comes soon enough. Intellectuals solve problems, geniuses prevent them. The hardest thing to understand in the world is the income tax. He who can no longer pause to wonder and stand wrapped in awe is as good as dead. His eyes are closed. Technological progress is like an axe in the hands of a pathological criminal. The monotony and solitude of a quiet life stimulates the creative mind. Without deep reflection, one knows from daily life that one exists for other people. I think and think for months and years. 99 times, the conclusion is false. The 100th time I am right. The distinction between the past, present and future is only a stubbornly persistent illusion. Only one who devotes himself to a cause with his whole strength and soul can be a true master. For this reason, mastery demands all of a person. I want to go when I want. It is tasteless to prolong life artificially. I have done my share. It is time to go. I will do it elegantly. I believe that a simple and unassuming manner of life is best for everyone, best both for the body and the mind. Politics is for the present, but an equation is for eternity. Concern for man and his fate must always form the chief interest of all technical endeavors. Never forget this in the midst of your diagrams and equations. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. We can't solve problems by using the same kind of thinking we used when we created them. Look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. Weakness of attitude becomes weakness of character. It's not that I'm so smart, it's just that I stay with problems longer. We can't solve problems by using the same kind of thinking we used when we created them. Logic will get you from A to B, imagination will take you everywhere. Coincidence is God's way of remaining anonymous. I know not with what weapons World War III will be fought, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. The only source of knowledge is experience. It is the supreme art of the teacher to awaken joy in creative expression and knowledge. Anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. The world is a dangerous place to live, not because of the people who are evil, but because of the people who don't do anything about it. Reality is merely an illusion, albeit a very persistent one. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. The only reason for time is so that everything doesn't happen at once. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge but imagination. Whoever is careless with the truth in small matters cannot be trusted with important matters. Once we accept our limits, we go beyond them. If we knew what it was we were doing, it would not be called research, would it? Nationalism is an infantile disease. It is the measles of mankind. Education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school. If people are good only because they feared punishment and hoped for reward, then we are a sorry lot indeed. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity is its own reason for existing. Any man who can drive safely while kissing a pretty girl is simply not giving the kiss the attention it deserves. Any man who reads too much and uses his own brain too little falls into lazy habits of thinking. Everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. The value of a man should be seen in what he gives and not in what he is able to receive. Everyone should be respected as an individual, but no one idolized. If you're out to describe the truth, leave elegance to the tailor. Anyone who doesn't take truth seriously in small matters cannot be trusted in large ones either. A table, a chair, a bowl of fruit and a violin. What else does a man need to be happy? We still do not know 1,000% of what nature has revealed to us. It is strange to be known so universally and yet to be so lonely. Our task must be to free ourselves by widening our circle of compassion to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature and its beauty. Most people say that it is the intellect which makes a great scientist. They are wrong. It is character. Put your hand on a hot stove for a minute and it seems like an hour. Sit with a pretty girl for an hour, and it seems like a minute. Never do anything against conscience even if the state demands it. The only thing that interferes with my learning is my education. The most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious. It is the source of all true art and science. Whoever undertakes to set himself up as a judge of truth and knowledge is shipwrecked by the laughter of the gods. Force always attracts men of low morality. Memory is deceptive because it is colored by today's events. Nothing is more destructive of respect for the government and the law of the land than passing laws which cannot be enforced. We cannot despair of humanity, since we ourselves are human beings. A man should look for what is, and not for what he thinks should be. I do not believe in immortality of the individual, and I consider ethics to be an exclusively human concern with no suprahuman authority behind it. Few people are capable of expressing with equanimity opinions which differ from the prejudices of their social environment. Most people are even incapable of forming such opinions. Anger dwells only in the bosom of fools. The pursuit of truth and beauty is a sphere of activity in which we are permitted to remain children all our lives. I am not only a pacifist, but a militant pacifist. I am willing to fight for peace. Nothing will end war unless the people themselves refuse to go to war. An empty stomach is not a good political advisor. Joy in looking and comprehending is nature's most beautiful gift. You can never solve a problem on a level on which it was created. It is a miracle that curiosity survives formal education. The fear of death is the most unjustified of all fears, for there's no risk of accident for someone who's dead. The high destiny of the individual is to serve rather than to rule. You cannot simultaneously prevent and prepare for war. Few are those who see with their own eyes and feel with their own hearts. Heroism on command, senseless violence, and all the loathsome nonsense that goes by the name of patriotism, how passionately I hate them. People love chopping wood. In this activity one immediately sees results.